Welcome to the Fuzz, where we envision the ideas we'll all be buzzing about in the future.
The Fuzz. In the future.
What will the dogs look like?
In the future.
Will podcasts still exist?
In the future.
Will computers take over?
In the future.
What will music sound like?
In the future.
Do people still wear shoes?
In the future.
What will advertising be like?
In the future.
Will we have computer chips in our brains?
In the future.
Will everyone in the world speak the same language?
In the future.
Only be ultimately free to float about the universe.
In the future.
The Fuzz starts now. The Fuzz!
While the things we talk about on this podcast might seem impossible or even slightly insane, so did ice packs, microwaves, and GPS at some point.
On today's episode, we're talking about capturing memories. Capturing them, Patrick.
Like Pokemon?
Maybe. Not a bad idea right there. So in the future, how will people capture memories? Obviously, there's been a lot of different ways we've captured memories. Drawing pictures, cameras, Polaroids, roll of film, videos. Now we're doing it on our phones. What's next? What do you think's coming? How will we capture memories in the years to come?
So I just think we should make it like a game. Like you got to catch Pokemon. If you make it like a game, then people will want to capture them even more. Gamify it? I don't know. I'm just making that up right now.
That's another way to think about it. Gamify memories.
Yeah. If I'm thinking about tech, high resolution glasses or contact lenses or something, we've talked about this before, that record video or take photographs, like kind of like heads up display, or augmented reality or whatever it is, because phones are gone at that point. Everything is on you. It's part of you. What do you think?
I like that. I think the first place I went, which is the obvious place also, is the glasses or the contacts. This whole idea of being able to take a picture in the blink of an eye. It's usually the problem is when you want to take a picture or record a video. It's like, oh, where's my phone? I want to grab this. If you could just, you're there, you're watching it, you got it, you're capturing it. That's the idea. Some sort of tech that'll allow you to do that. What people have always been talking about, just the act of seeing it will be enough to get you to grab it. Get it as you're actually seeing it, right?
Like you said, that's the thing that's always the hurdle. I mean, we all have our phones with us now all the time, but even that's not enough. You are in that situation, you're like, hold on, go back. I want to take a picture of this. You know what I mean? Where you've erased that barrier, you can live life. You can experience those things without ever having to worry about not being in the moment. Because I think that's what happens, is that you end up worrying too much about capturing the memory and not enough just being there. That peace of mind of I'm experiencing this, and you know what? Later on, I can go back and look at this again. A vacation or being with your family at a family reunion or something like that, right? And you have those memories that you can go visually back and identify without ever having to physically or manually capturing the memory.
Yeah, and you don't have to be removed from the moment by standing behind, a screen or holding a camcorder or holding something that's a barrier between you and that actual experience, right? The other correlating piece to that I was thinking was in the VR realm, what if you could actually then walk inside your old memories? What if you could actually experience them again as you experienced it? Not just look at it, not just see it, but, physically experience it or sit inside of the memory.
Yeah. Smell it.
Oh, sensory, total sensory, right?
Yeah.
Smell it, feel it, be able to actually touch people.
That would be pretty sweet. How do you accomplish that? I guess that's kind of way far off, like a holodeck.
Just tricking the brain into making it think it's having those experiences. So that's kind of another level. But all of this really just serves to the bigger problem, which is we're capturing all these memories, and then what happens to them? Mm-hmm. They're all just kind of sitting there. Google Photos tries to fix this, or is trying to fix this by curating your memories and resharing them with you and making you look at them. But we're still back to the dusty photo books in the basement or this pile of digital photos. They're sitting on a drive somewhere, sitting on old phones. And we make it easier for you to recapture memories. All you're going to have is more memories piled up that you don't know what to do with. I don't necessarily have an answer to that problem, but I do think that is the biggest challenge is we are just capturing them just to like stockpile them, just so they live in like a basement or an attic or a drive or something.
No, that's a good point. My own personal experience is that I just take video all the time of like my son's soccer games or whatever. I don't even bother deleting them anymore. Like you're talking about, it's just a storage. I guess that's kind of what your mind is, right? That's why we forget things.
I mean, that's a good point. Maybe that's all it is just the comfort of having it there. Maybe that one time you actually look through it all, it makes it worth having.
Yeah, like when you're sitting down with your friends and you're reminiscing about, I don't know, high school, you start bringing up memories like, oh, I totally forgot about that one thing. And that memory is there, but you just don't think about it. You know what I mean? You don't think about it until you need it or you're having that conversation. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, yeah, that was fun. And then it goes back into the vault, right?
Yeah. That's another thing. They are doing better at automatically like tagging things by people and by places, moments, so that you can look for something and be able to be like high school and, pull up all these pictures and look at things in different ways like that, which makes it easier than just having a random pile or trying to find things.
Yeah, I do love that. I've noticed it more and more and more lately, the curation of those memories from like Apple, for example. You mentioned Google Photos, right? But making a video of that memory from that same day a year ago, that's actually kind of a great way of dusting off those old memories.
Yeah. And, I'm sure there's going to be some service that takes that to the next level. Something like we talked about where you're actually inside it and people would maybe sign up for that in droves, where it's another way to like put your memories to work and bring them back to you on a regular basis.
Yeah. I was trying to think of the movie that Robin Williams was in. Do you know which movie I'm talking about?
I do.
And it's like they curate those movies from a person's memories. Honestly, it kind of sounds a little bit like what we were talking about. The Final Cut.
Final Cut.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So that's the future. The Final Cut, starring Robin Williams.
Yeah. So I'm going to follow that up just really quickly with a thought, and I want to kind of get your opinion on this. Just playing devil's advocate, let's say they have these glasses, these contact lenses, whatever, to capture all the time. Also could be kind of a negative, right? Because you're capturing things that maybe you don't want to capture, that maybe are better left as memories and not as captured memories. Just thinking and reflecting and how we perceive memories, how we remember our past sometimes. In some cases, we romanticize it. In other cases, we remember it differently than it actually happened. And some of that makes us who we are. But if you have an actual living journal document of what happened, does that dilute how we grow it? The reality isn't always as great as your memory.
Yeah, in a lot of cases, it would be depressing. We're meant to kind of fuzz things up and make things what we want it to be.
That being said, the whole idea of gamifying, capturing your memories, it's kind of a cool idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something about that is kind of interesting.
I like that too. And that's a good way to, you talk about doing something with your memories. A way to have like a memory pop up is like each day you have to capture a memory. And then when you capture it, you find out what it is.
Yeah. Maybe also a little bit like doing crossword puzzles, right? It's keeping your memory active. So as you get older, maybe it's even to combat Alzheimer's or dementia, because you're keeping your mind active all the time when you're trying to go out there and capture it. It's like a puzzle of sorts.
Yeah. Another darker thing they could do is, you have this service, they have all your memories and they ask you a question about something that happened in your life related to your photos and videos. If you answer incorrectly, one of your memories is destroyed.
Oh my God. That's super dark. It's super dark.
No!
But you just see it dissolving and you can't.
Not that one. Not that one.
I really loved that memory. That's really sad.
Yeah, a lot of places to go. We might have to revisit this one sometime.
So that's all the fuzz for today. We now return you to your present day reality.
Will old dogs ever learn new tricks?
They're talking about the future.
We now return you to your present day reality.
Got to get rid of that.
Do you not like that one?
That's in all of them. After that's all the fuzz for today, there's got to be a better line.
It rhymes if you say, that's all the fuzz. Tune in next time for tomorrow's buzz.
Oh, yeah. That's all for the fuzz. Tune in next time for tomorrow's buzz. We now return to your present day reality.
People will be like, man, these guys just can't get that closer.
They just can't nail that down. That's all for today's fuzz. Tune in next time for tomorrow's buzz.
It sounds too stupid, childish. Yeah.
Dr. Seuss.
The Who's down in Whoville.
The Sneeches.